Hey guys, my name is Andrew Ayers, and we're going to be going over the Center for Adult Learners and Veterans. Kind of a couple ways we can introduce some new methods of kind of getting information out there and just getting more student involvement overall, stuff like that. We have a team. Our team that we're going to be discussing is consists of me. I'm going to be going over the needs, the statement of needs, what we can do and what needs we have for this program that we can do to kind of improve it. Bree is going to be going over the external communication piece. Brenda will be going over the recommendations, and then Brittany will do the company background. Charles will do internal communications, and then to conclude, we'll have Devontae come in and help. Um, so essentially, something we want to make sure that we kind of hit home with this one is that we want to make sure that we're present on social media with this program. A lot of times that's something that can get you a lot further than you think you'll be able to get and reach a lot broader of an audience than you think you'd be able to reach without. So that's our big thing. Another one thing too is that we'll try and have an appeal process with this too. But we'll be getting into a little bit more of that when I go in to my slides and they dive into their slides. But so I'll let Brittany take it away. She'll be going next, and we'll see what she has to say. Go ahead, Brittany.
Applying to colleges nowadays can be a long and strenuous task, but what if I was here to tell you that we found an department of our college campus that can make applying to college as easy as 1, 2, and 3? Well, I'm here to tell you. Modern ED is here to help that department. With Modern ED, we work to improve the department's reach to adult learners and veteran learners. My name is Brittany Hearn, and I work for Modern ED. Our company is a family-owned and operated business that has been trusted by thousands of customers for over 30 years. Our customers are always our top priority at Modern ED. Modern ED was founded in 1983 by two brothers, Edward and Marvin Stansbury. The brothers developed the company after returning home from the military and realizing the difficulties of going back to college as an adult and veteran learner. It was no longer as easy as going to college when you were 18 years old. The applications were much longer, and it was much harder to get in. Modern ED was built by strong relationships, trust, and hard work, and from that it has grown to be one of the largest family-owned and operated education-oriented companies in the United States. Our mission is simple, and we promise that we will be focused on your future and furthering your education every step of the way. We work diligently to improve our company's daily operations and customer relations by not only allowing input from the customers but also the employees. The Stansburys also hold open door roundtable discussions with the employees at least once a month. This would benefit your department because our company will increase your ratio of adult and veteran learners. We'll also advance your use of technology by increasing social media output by using several different apps. We will also increase the advertising for your department. Now that we have discussed the company's background, we will now take a look at the statement of need being presented by Andrew.
Hey guys, I'm Andrew again, back at it with you guys. To start off with my slide, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of background on me. I worked at Chick-fil-A for 3 years. I started off as a team member, became a shift leader, became a food safety director. Now, currently, I am an intern at Southwire. I'm in human resources, and I do present a lot of stuff for the new hires. I do orientation for all of them, and so I'm pretty used to kind of getting in front of people and doing stuff like that. Something that I want to definitely make sure that we discuss for the statement of need piece is that a lot of times you see a company or somebody go under that the reason that they went under is because they didn't have a very big presence. You want to be in people's everyday lives. So I'm going to go back to Chick-fil-A. For example, Chick-fil-A, they are on memes. They are on all kinds of different, they all have Instagram accounts. They all have, different Facebook pages. They're very prevalent in the news and the media. And one way to do that that's very popular right now is in social media. So I think that definitely our Center of Adult Learners and Veterans should have at least an Instagram account, if not a Snapchat, if not, a Facebook, if they don't already have something like that. It's just we need to be more prevalent and, more out there and reach those audiences. Another thing, too, is that we want to make sure that we're reaching the younger audiences. I know we have some veterans that actually graduate. They go to straight into the military, and then boom, they get out after 4 years, and they're 22 years old, and they can't be considered a veteran because they're not 25 yet. I recommend we put in an appeal for that piece, and once we put an appeal in for that, they'll be able to kind of say, hey, maybe they are a young adult, but they live on their own. Maybe they want to have more resources available to them, and they want to be able to appeal this rule of 25 years and older. If you increase the applicants by getting the word out there more, you'll have increased revenue. And then a lot of times people don't want differences. They don't want change. They don't want more things they have to do. That's how they look at it. But if you can't have growth and development without change. So as times change, you have to change with it, or you have to change ahead of it so you can stay ahead and reach those audiences and get that growth and development going. And I guess that.
Have you ever heard of a cool restaurant or company and searched the internet to find more information on it, only to come up with little to no options? This is one of the most annoying first world problems that many of us face today. The image places choose to portray on the internet carries a tremendous amount of weight, and if the information isn't easily accessible and sends those who are interested on a wild goose chase, a majority of people will just quit looking or go elsewhere to get what they need. The Department of Adult Learners and Veterans could benefit a great deal and see a major improvement in user interaction with their students if there was a more prominent social media presence. My name's Bree Pike, and I'm a part of a consulting team called Modern Ed. I've been a part of various projects and teams whose sole focus has been increasing the presence of social media in an effort to gain more of an audience and make information more accessible for its users. Currently, the external communication being exercised by your department is very minimal. Mainly email and phone are used. Email communication is very long and can be beneficial, but studies are beginning to show that that is more so for individual case-by-case basis and more individual contact with students rather than trying to get information on a widespread scale shared. So our company is really advising you implement either a department Instagram and Facebook page, as well as push notifications, campus advertising, more sponsored events on campus, and more campus involvement. We're also suggesting that you reduce your reliance on phone and email communication in order to better match the social environment that you're dealing with. Your students, while on the older end, are still heavily involved in social media and with the technology of your phones and such. And email and phone communication are really becoming just less and less depended on by all people, even in the older age ranges. All of the information that I've shared with you today is important because in order for your department to stay effective and to efficiently accomplish all the goals you're trying to in order to meet the needs of your students, it's necessary that you keep up with the changing world around you. This requires maybe getting more into social media and more on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, sending out text messages, getting off so much on being on the laptops and on the computers and having email communication and newsletters like that, and maybe more so just having a page that any and everyone can come visit. Our next presenter is going to be Brenda, and she will be giving you our company's recommendations for your department, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of our presentation.
Bam! This room needs some spicing up. Hi, I'm Brenda Harris. No, I'm not an interior designer, but I know a plain bare space when I see one. This Carrollton Center space is well maintained, but it looks like a classroom rather than a lounge. The result, it does not deliver on warmth and comfort for lounging, which is its stated intent. Soft sofas and chairs placed in conversation pits would go a long way towards inviting tired students to use the Carrollton facility for relaxing and studying between and after classes. A smaller version could be added to the Noonan campus so that those students could also take advantage of the outstanding facilities supplied by the Center for Adult Learners and Veterans. Can you find the missing link? Modern Ed can. Today, the center has a great Facebook page to share its information on social media. That's the good news. The bad news is there's only 134 Facebook likes for the page. We think this is because essential links are missing to direct students and potential students to see the page. Notice on the right that the Student Affairs website contains only a location and a phone number to contact the center. Heck, even an email address is missing. Modern Ed can search and find all of your missing links and add new ones, such as Google, Instagram, and push technology to reach all of your current and potential clients to make sure that you get your message out. We believe we can bring up to a 60% increase in your social media usage with our expertise in this area. Sorry, we're closed. That's not a sign that any of us want to see. The Carrollton location is in a building that closes at 6 p.m. currently and is locked down on the weekends. This does not jive with the schedules of adult learners and veterans who often need to use the facilities for tutoring, we'll get back to that, or studying on evenings and weekends. Modern Ed strongly recommends that the upgraded facilities be made available when they are needed most. We'd like to see, at a minimum, the hours expanded to 8 p.m. on weeknights and from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekends. We will work with your leaders and staff to plan the best implementation of extended hours with the least impact to the budget as possible. Getting back to that tutoring, we would like to see the addition of specific adult-based tutoring and scholarships added to the agenda of the center, bringing that in line with other universities in the system of Georgia. Both of these services would further provide motivation for adult students to learn about the center and to use its facilities. This would complete the journey to become a top-notch organization in serving its very important clients.
In conclusion, we at Modern Ed believe it would be in the best interest of the Center of Adult Learners and Veterans to incorporate our recommendations. Our recommendations include improving department image, student involvement, and external communication. We believe important changes such as improving the lounge area on campus, making it more comfortable, and delivering on that warm feeling will vastly improve department image and student involvement. We also believe adding a link to the Center of Adult Learners and Veterans Facebook page on the UWG website will improve the center's external communication. These are just a few of many small changes that can have a huge positive impact on the department. We are very eager to work with you and see the changes be implemented in the department. We are 100% focused and invested on improving the department because our mission and promise is to always be focused on the future of education. Please feel free to contact us anytime via phone or even email. Our phone number is 770-555-9132 and our email is moderned@gmail.com. Now we will begin the question and answer section of our presentation. Thank you.
Hi, Regan. My question is, why do you believe your recommendation of an increased use of social media will increase our students and member relations? My answer to this question is pretty simple. I really think that these recommendations will increase the success rate that you have with your students and with different members simply because it'll just make you much more easy to access. Make all the information that those who may be interested by your department and those who are in your department need. It'll just make it easier to access and more easily accessible without having to hunt through 3 to 4 different websites just to find one little tidbit of information, or looking through emails and or having to contact the place, etc. So I really think that it'll make things more convenient for your students and your members, therefore making them happier and making you happier.
Hi, this is Brenda Harris again. Your question is, why should we trust your recommendations to improve our department or organization now and into the future? We thank you for your excellent question. Our company, Modern Ed, was founded in 1983 by 2 brothers, Edward and Marvin Stansberry. They quickly discovered that the college-level school system was not designed with non-traditional students in mind and would not work well with their busy lives. The original purpose falls exactly in line with your center's needs. We are specialists in your area and have been extremely successful in helping clients just like you for over 36 years. Our organization fits your center for adult learners and veterans. To quote Forrest Gump, just like peas and carrots. Thank you.
What risk would be involved by using our recommendation? Like anything in today's society, there's risk involved. But with our approach and with our company, there should be just very little risk. For your department, the only risk that should take place is a financial setback. You would have to increase your financial spending to increase your revenue. And by that, I mean you would have to increase your spending on your advertising. Social media usage can sometimes not be financially costly, but it can take time to get posts together, so that can be time costly. The financial burden would, if you're going to make flyers and put out on campus, that would be your financial burden. Most social media outlets are free nowadays. Like I said, the only burden there is it's going to cost you time. So those would be the 2 risks that I would see being involved by our recommendations.
How do you know that Modern Ed is going to be able to help you? Well, we see, we have a lot of business professionals on here currently attending University of West Georgia. We have a lot of ideas. We've thought this through all the way, and we've had success with this in the past. You have members on your team that have had various leadership experience at different companies, working their way around and moving up, as well as gaining that expertise and knowledge in those areas. So we feel that we will have, what it takes to deliver what we've said in this presentation. And I think that's it. Now we'll go to the conclusion with Devonte.
Here at Modern Ed, we are a family-owned business. We work with all clients no matter how big or small they are. We offer specific solutions to fit the needs of your organization without all the overhead. We have worked with many of the world's leading organizations and institutions and have a proven track record of improving organizations across the world. We take great pride in providing recommendations to our clients and seeing the improvements.